The Warriors may have jeopardized their season and their aspirations of avoiding the play-in. Two significant mistakes have the potential to impact the entire competition. With Steph Curry sidelined, the team has performed far below expectations, and now they need to fight hard to maintain their position in sixth place. At this moment, it's relevant to examine their frustrating performance against the Miami Heat and what this means for the final 10 matchups of the season as they aim to secure a playoff spot. It's crucial to adopt a mindset of approaching every game as if they were facing the best team in the league, because that is how rivals play when facing the Warriors, overcoming their own limitations. In situations like this, it becomes essential to act as if the star player is out and the primary playmaker is not on the court. This became evident in the recent games, where the team suffered 10 losses in their last 11 matchups. Despite the intensity shown, especially with the return of an important opposing player, it's crucial to recognize that basketball execution needs to be nearly perfect. When Steph got injured recently, the need for flawless performance was emphasized, but the reality is that the team hasn't been able to reach that standard, and fans are expressing their dissatisfaction, surprised by the level of performance even with him on the court. After a loss to a rival last week, the team displayed a slight increase in determination in the next game, though Steph was still unavailable. As the road trip began, the team's history was concerning, and many pointed out that their play resembled that of a team in development, which is quite embarrassing. The need for Steph to return to the court is urgent. It's not just about whether it will happen, but when. With him, their chances of competing in the Western Conference increase, but his absence has made the team almost unrecognizable. He's been out due to an injury, and it's expected that he'll return soon, but recent performances have raised concerns about the team's future. They no longer resemble the team that made a significant trade just a few games ago. In their most recent match, the team suffered a blowout loss and was dominated on the court, just as they were in a previous game where they faced a significant deficit and failed to respond. Though they managed to cut the lead, they left opponents open for shots, leading to an impressive shooting percentage. Meanwhile, the team didn't perform well in their attempts. Nevertheless, all of this highlights that significant adjustments are needed. It seemed like the team never really got back into the game, as they constantly left Miami open for three-point shots, resulting in an impressive 68% shooting percentage, with 17 made shots out of 25 attempts. Meanwhile, the formation struggled, making only 9 shots out of 38 three-point attempts for various reasons, but mainly reflecting their inability to capitalize on opportunities while the opponents excelled. However, it wasn't just Miami playing exceptionally that night. The team was, in essence, allowing those chances. Their defense was easily broken down. One player executed the pick and roll well, and whenever the defense converged on him, he quickly passed the ball, creating situations where they were playing 4-on-3. A teammate was often seen wide open in the corner and on the wing. It was remarkable to see how they allowed him to shine like that throughout the game. Other players also got open shots. Anyone on the court for Miami seemed ready to make three-pointers all night, and they were constantly unguarded. In contrast, the team faced serious difficulties on offense. They needed to address their lack of secondary shot creation before the trade deadline. When one of their most important players is out, shot creation is compromised, which became painfully evident. Everything seemed extraordinarily complicated for the team during that game. They struggled to move the ball effectively, as the opponents didn't need to focus on guarding anyone in particular, since no player on the court could effectively attack the basket. The starters began the game 0 for 14 on three-point shots, a slump that persisted into the second half, resulting in a disappointing performance. Notably, one of the key players had no impact, finishing the game with a -19 and showing poor shooting efficiency. To be completely honest, it's surprising that he only took 12 shots in a game that required more aggression from him. While he characterized the game as just another one, it certainly didn't seem that way on the court. One player had a subpar performance, finishing with a -19 on a night when his performance was inefficient. To be honest, he took only 12 shots in a game where he should have been motivated. He might have treated it as just another game, but it seemed like he wasn't engaged, as he didn't show any relevant performance. He finished with only 11 points and was booed repeatedly whenever the ball came to him. The question we should ask is, can we count on him to lead the offense? It's known that he usually improves his performance during the playoffs, but the previous game should have been seen as a crucial moment, especially after a disheartening loss. I keep wondering, are we investing a significant amount of money in an athlete and can't rely on him to score when we need it the most? It's not as if the team was just trying their hardest. Yes, there was effective defense at times, but this player needs to show more determination. It's essential to show everyone that they are losing because they don't have him on their team. This performance was genuinely concerning, and at this point, there's real worry about the team. What is the level of concern you have about them right now? Rate it from 1 to 100, where 100 means it's time to break everything down, we're finished, and 1 means I'm not worried, we still have a chance. Leave your opinions, and let's discuss the possibility of the team facing a tough situation, as they are very close to some of those teams battling for positions in the standings. This will be addressed soon, but first, it's necessary to make a special recognition to a widely accepted fantasy platform, as it's easy to use and has a straightforward operation. Fighting for a playoff spot in the Western Conference is critical. It's relevant to highlight a platform that stands out in the world of daily fantasy sports, offering an accessible experience. The operation is simple. You choose a sport, and if you want, you can select multiple sports that cover a wide range of options. The goal is to create a lineup that includes 2 to 6 player statistical projections, deciding whether you think they will exceed or fall below the specified numbers. The chance of winning up to 1,000 times your wager is undoubtedly attractive, and there are often incredible opportunities, like receiving a bonus when signing up with a code during your first deposit. Furthermore, there is a special day with discounts on statistical projections, along with a program that offers a refund if your lineup doesn't succeed. To give an example of a lineup, consider the next significant event where attention is on the decisive matchups. A player who has been standing out has been performing exceptionally, making him a strong candidate to exceed his projected points. Another player also stands out and is expected to surpass his established mark in the next matchup. Additionally, a third player has faced difficulties in the past, but it's believed he can surpass his projection in a challenging game. It's interesting to look at the selection options, but it's crucial to explore the available alternatives. As for the Warriors' situation, they have a total of 10 games remaining on their schedule. A key player commented on the importance of managing these games effectively. With a combination of matchups against lower-ranked teams and some of the top rivals in the Western Conference, it's highlighted that the team needs to take advantage of games against weaker rosters and avoid slip-ups that could cost them valuable opportunities. The current situation in the Western Conference is extremely competitive, and the team holds a slight half-game advantage over another team in the race for 6th place. Looking at this group, it becomes clear that the league is in a tight race. It's important to highlight that one team is just half a game behind 6th place right now, and the Warriors are in an intense battle with these teams, also competing for 5th and 4th places. Currently, they're just 2.5 wins away from the 5th spot, and among the teams battling for positions from 8th to 4th, they have the second most favorable schedule. Analyzing the data, it's clear that the team faces the 12th most challenging schedule ahead. Other teams, in comparison, have an easier path in this group. The Warriors have important matchups ahead, including all the teams mentioned, as well as others that could present additional challenges. At this point, the team is not showing signs of improvement. They have suffered losses in 3 of their last 5 games and appear to be underperforming during this period. Even with a key player in the lineup, the performance has been unsatisfactory, and the team has struggled to make shots with the same efficiency as before. The consistency in their shooting attempts has decreased considerably compared to the beginning of the season. While the variation might not seem drastic, the team's shooting percentage has dropped at an unfavorable time, showing a reduction of 1.8% in recent games compared to their overall season performance, which is currently at 34.5% for three-point attempts. Shooting efficiency has been less consistent than it was during the first 15, 16, or 17 games when a key player was on the floor. While a 1.8% variation in the last 5 games compared to the regular season might not seem alarming, the 34.5% three-point shooting is a red flag. When a team is making only 34% of their three-point attempts, their chances of winning are compromised. During this stretch, the team has alternated between good and bad moments, struggling with inconsistency. In some of the recent games, the three-point shooting percentage exceeded 40%, but there were also games where the percentage dropped below 30%, including the most recent game where the team only made 24% of their attempts. A young talent stands out in this scenario, as when he was among the starters, the team remained undefeated, with at least 11 wins. However, this situation has changed, and his offensive performance is one of the main reasons for this. He has made only 5 of 28 three-point attempts in the last 5 games, and his production has fallen far below expectations. It's as if he's struggling to score. This situation could be influenced by the absence of a teammate on the floor, as when this player is present, the young talent tends to perform much better, contributing without needing to create his own plays. Although it's important to note that he's been assigned to guard the best opposing players and has really excelled in that task. With his impressive wingspan, he has been effective in one-on-one defense and helping teammates. Despite admiring his defensive efforts, at the end of the day, points are crucial and baskets need to be made. Regarding shooting, another player has also not been standing out, and in my opinion, he doesn't fit well into the current formation. I've received a lot of criticism and interactions because of a video I made about this young talent. It's a league where success depends on shooting conversions, and players need to be able to make their shots. Speaking of conversions, one player in particular hasn't been able to do so consistently, and in my view, he doesn't align well with the current formation. I've received numerous criticisms and comments regarding a previous video I made about this young talent and how he hasn't become the player expected this season. His performance hasn't lived up to expectations, and even though his time on the court since returning from injury has been limited, he was out for more than 2 months due to an ankle sprain. By now, he should have been showing good performance, but it seems he's facing significant difficulties. The offense stagnates when the ball reaches him, and if he doesn't have a favorable matchup, it's hard to see the ball going into the basket. This player has made only 3 of 17 three-point attempts. While it's not expected that he would be a great floor spacer, I'm still surprised that he hasn't shown much improvement in that area of his game. Overall, I don't think he's part of the team's plans, and I wonder if he, along with another player, can reverse this situation and become a positive asset on the court. Although he was the leading scorer in the most recent game, it happened in a manner that was quite low for the team. I'm skeptical whether, in the next 2.5 weeks, both the young player and the other one can improve their performances to become reliable contributors, helping the team compete in the Western Conference. Now, let's examine the final 10 games of the season. The situation is peculiar, as they started this stretch on the road, facing what seemed to be a relatively accessible set of lower-tier opponents, followed by a matchup against a team that is also looking to rise in the standings. Next, they will have to deal with a more challenging part of their schedule, including teams fighting for positions in the Western Conference. These matchups will be tough, and the team will need to secure at least 2 wins out of 3 games to maintain a favorable position. Currently, the team is facing opponents like Memphis, Los Angeles, and Denver, who are all vying for better positions in the Western Conference. These matchups promise to be challenging, and for the team to keep a favorable position and avoid the play-in tournament, it will be crucial to win at least 2 out of 3 opportunities. The schedule is difficult, regardless of the analysis of the competitors. Next week, the team will face Houston, followed by a game against the Suns, who are also in the race for a play-in spot, sitting just 1 game above in the standings. They will give everything on the court. Additionally, there are still games against the Spurs, Trailblazers, and Clippers left in the season. The game against Los Angeles, scheduled for April 13th and set to be the final one of the season, could be decisive in determining whether the team advances to the playoffs or faces elimination in the play-in tournament. With that in mind, when examining the last 10 matchups, it's pertinent to consider what the team's position in the Western playoffs will be. Will they qualify? Will they participate in the play-in tournament? Speculation about what will happen next in the season is highly encouraged, especially with 10 games remaining. Stay tuned, as there will be constant coverage with daily updates, news, rumors, injury reports, and live broadcasts. For the most passionate fans, there will be a large volume of exciting content, so it's essential to follow everything closely. See you soon. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. A cryptic video posted on social media has sent shockwaves through the basketball world. In a short clip, Golden State Warriors superstar Stephen Curry appears solemn as he delivers a message that has left fans both puzzled and deeply concerned. Without revealing too many details, Curry hints at an impending break from the game, citing personal reasons. The ambiguity of his words has only fueled speculation about what might be happening behind the scenes. The video, which quickly went viral, has led to an explosion of theories among fans and analysts alike. Some believe Curry might be dealing with an undisclosed injury that requires extensive recovery, while others suspect the decision could be tied to mental health concerns. Given his relentless dedication to the game and his pivotal role in shaping the modern NBA, any pause in his career would mark a seismic shift for the Warriors and the league as a whole. Adding to the mystery, neither the Warriors nor Curry's representatives have issued an official statement clarifying the situation. Team insiders remain tight-lipped, with only vague acknowledgments that discussions about his immediate future are ongoing. The uncertainty has left many wondering whether this could be a short-term break or something more significant that could reshape Curry's legacy. NBA commentators have already begun dissecting the potential impact of his absence. Could this mean the end of the Warriors' championship window? What would it mean for the league's balance of power? While Curry has faced injuries before, this moment feels different, more personal, more final. If his decision extends beyond just a few missed games, it could alter the trajectory of the entire season. For now, the basketball world waits with bated breath. Will Curry return to clarify his message, or is this the beginning of a prolonged hiatus? Until more information emerges, one thing is certain. The uncertainty surrounding his future has left an entire sport holding its breath. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.